Hey everybody, I'm Howard, and this is Otta's Retirement Corner. So I want to read to you a comment I had recently on my last video, and there was more to it than this, but this is the guts of it. I don't wish to be cruel, but you seem to be sitting on a couch, petting a dog, and waiting for some magic moment to live your life. So, in essence, and this was from Pensacola 321, and he comments a lot to my videos, and I appreciate it. And I commented back, and he said, "Okay, point taken." In essence, I said, you see 20 minutes of my life, you can't really judge the rest of it. And then I was watching a video from Retire Early 500,000. If you're not familiar with him, as the title suggests, he retired early with 500,000. And he was talking about kind of living his life in retirement and how he's been afraid to, mostly for financial reasons. He doesn't have a lot of money and he's got a long way to go. And he just hasn't pulled the trigger on doing some things he's wanted to do. So, I've titled this video retirement is killing me. And as I thought about these two things, and then I thought about what's going on in my retirement, I wanted to talk a little bit about, how we plan to live our life once we retire. So those of you coming up to it, and then those of you who are in it, what was your plan and how is that working out? And what I mean is, just as Pensacola said to me, I'm just sitting here waiting for something to happen in my life. Well, here's the truth of it, and this is why I say retirement is killing me. I am extremely active, and I've talked about this before. I play softball. I'll play a doubleheader Monday. I'll play Tuesday. I'll play Thursday. Once a month, we have a four-game weekend tournament, and then we have these other ad hoc tournaments that a team or two that I'm on might get into, where it's another 4 games a weekend. So I might play 220, 250 games a year. It's a lot. But not only do I play those games, I play them hard. I run really hard all the time. I hustle all the time. I play every game. I not only run when I get on base, I pinch run almost every inning for other guys on the team who are slower. So at the end of the weekend, I am exhausted, and Mondays usually are really tough for me. But the other thing is, I work out 6 days a week, even when I'm playing softball. So I'm also in track and field events. And I'll get into that in a little more detail. But the point is, to do all these things, I have to work out and train. I do bat training for softball. I hit off a tee. I hit without a tee. I swing a weighted bat and time it on a radar. I do jumping exercises. I do sprinting exercises. I do elliptical. I do running. I do biking, stationary bike inside. I do weights, 6 days a week. This is my best friend. This is my ice bag. And every single day I ice multiple parts of my body. Now you may say, gee, that's really stupid. You're killing yourself. And that's my point. So the question is, should I be sacrificing myself now in order to live longer, or be comfortable longer? Should I be doing all this now and then maybe cutting my comfortable life short later? Because right now, I just found out, I just had an MRI on my ankle. I gouged something out of the bone and it needs to be surgically repaired. So I'm going to need that. That's going to take me down for 12 weeks, even before I can start running again. And that is like depressing death to me, because it means everything stops and I can't deal with that. So I'm going to hold off on it until the pain is so bad I can't take it anymore. Just had my shoulder MRI Tuesday. I'll get the results. I know there's some tears in there. That was the initial diagnosis. We'll see how bad. And I throw. I throw softball all the time. I've just started learning javelin. I want to do these things, So the question is, do I do these things or do I cut back? Do I have those surgeries and be more comfortable? I'm going to be 68 in a few days. Do I want to be more comfortable in my 70s? Do I not do these activities? This is my life. This is what I live for right now, is being a kid and going out and playing and competing and being in sports. as much as I can every day and preparing myself for that. You know, most guys I know go out and play softball and that's it. Some of them do a little workout, but most of them don't. I want to be really good, so I beat the crap out of my body. Um, you know, I went into what's called the Polk County Senior Games last year. It's the first thing I had ever heard about senior games, so I thought I'd try it. It's a huge event in Florida. You know, they have dozens of events over a 2-week period, and thousands of people compete. You know, there's basketball, there's swimming, there's softball, there's track and field, which is what I do. There's even ballroom dancing. I mean, it's everything. Weightlifting, you know, everything. So last year, in last February, I competed in the long jump, which I won, and it's age groups. So my 65 to 69 age group, I won that. I competed in the softball throw, I won that, and you know, broke the distance. In fact, I beat every age group because that's my specialty. I just have a great arm and I throw well. So I won, you know, the gold medal in that. I did the 200-meter dash, which I had never done before. I never did sprints before in my life. I used to be a long-distance runner. I got second in that, just, you know, lost out by a couple hundredths of a second. You know, so I got the silver medal in that. So that qualified me for the senior state games, which was just this last December. So I went into the long jump, and I thought I did poorly. I didn't do as well as I did in February. So, you know, I got the bronze medal. Yay. You know, it's a very heavy medal. It's substantial. So I was running in the 100 meters, which I've never done in my life before. And I was doing fantastic until about 25, 30 meters out, and my left hamstring tore. I felt it. You know, I gave a little hop and I thought to myself, well, I can just stop or I can just finish. You know, what the hell, I already tore it. So I finished. And I ended up running faster than I ever could have imagined, even with that little hiccup. I finished 4th, so I missed out in the medals, but I was 4th in state. So, you know, it was an accomplishment, and that made me feel good. Had I not done that, had I not blown up my hamstring, I think I would have finished 2nd, and I would have qualified for the national meet. I missed it by 1/10 of a second. Even with that injury, I would have qualified for the national meet, which is in Iowa later this year. And I'll have to miss it. And then because I did that, I had to drop out of the 200-meter dash. So now we're coming up to February again, Polk Senior Games. I'm doing all those things. I'm doing a long jump, I'm doing the 100, I'm doing the 200, I'm doing the softball throw, and I've taken up javelin now because I thought I can throw so good. And shockingly, it's incredibly difficult. I couldn't imagine how hard it is. I've only, you know, had like 6 or 7 practice sessions, but that's why my shoulder's kind of screwed up now. And I'll try to do that. You know, the track meets the same day as a big softball tournament, so I don't know how much I'm going to be able to run in that or if I can at all. The point being, I am sacrificing my body right now to do these things when I'm in my go-go years. You know, and I'll come up to my slow-go years. And do I stop now or slow down or cut back so that I can continue being mediocre into my 70s? You know, so, you know, forget 80s. I'm not going to worry about that now. You know, eventually things are going to catch up to me. I'm going to need surgeries. I'm going to have to sit out. So that's my decision right now. But I live in constant pain. You know, I take generic Voltaren, which works really great. You know, my knees are bone on bone. When I'm not taking the Voltaren, they hurt. My back hurts all the time. I'm getting back treatments, injections every couple months. You know, discs in the neck are herniated. Both shoulders are bad. You know, wow. You know, everyone my age has these issues. But the difference being, I think, is I keep doing all this stuff. My wife thinks I'm crazy, and other people think I'm crazy. But you know, I don't want to, you know, like Pensacola says, I don't want to be sitting here waiting for something to happen. I want to do this now while I'm young. So what do you think? You know, what do you guys do? You know, what do you think I should do? I'll probably ignore anybody who says something I don't want to do. But, you know, how do you look at it as you're coming up in retirement? Do you measure it out so you can do things over time? Or do you just say, the hell with it? I'm going to do whatever I can as early as I can, regardless of what it does to my body or my finances, and then worry about 70, 75, and 80 if and when I get there. So it was just an interesting thing. It occurred to me as I see myself, and I read that comment from Pensacola. So let me know. Am I sane or am I insane, and how would you handle it? So thanks a lot for listening, and I'll talk to you later. You notice I was sitting back today. I'm trying to relax. Okay. All right. We'll see you later. Thanks again. Bye.